CI Stereo Television 4. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Continental Championship Wrestling. We take you now to ringside with the wrestling commentator of the year, Gordon Soley.
Well, thank you. Thank you so very, very much, and welcome to another hour of Continental Championship Wrestling. And let me bring in right now Charlie Platt, because we do have some outstanding matches upcoming during the next hour, including a Continental Tag Team Championship match that'll be coming up a little bit later on. I'm going to have a very special interview with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And, Charlie, things are really beginning to perk.
Really beginning to perk, and for the fans here in the arena and at home, we've got some big news coming their way next week on Continental Championship Wrestling. A lot of changes coming in the Continental Wrestling area, and it'll all be good news.
It will be indeed. I might also point out that the Super Summer Sizzle 88 is on its way. That's the Super Summer Sizzle for 1988. So be watching for information. That will be upcoming next week here on Continental Championship Wrestling. Also, we're going... Thank you, Charlie. We're going to be seeing, as I said earlier, the Continental Tag Team Championship match. We've got an interview upcoming with Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Robert Fuller has paid for a special announcement he wants to make. But I think right now the thing that's on everybody's mind, and a lot of you folks might have missed it last week, was the situation where Mr. Tom Pritchard kind of equaled a score a little bit.
He certainly did, and I'd like to see that again myself.
I tell you what, let's go back to last week now, and you'll see an episode that happened between the Dirty White Boy and Tom Pritchard. And Mr. Pritchard, well, he got a little even, if you will. Let's go to that videotape. Dr. Tom Pritchard, now what's he doing? He just knocked him out with a 2x4. Hold on, he's got a pair of scissors in his hand. He's got a pair of scissors in his hand, and he's beginning to cut the hair from the Dirty White Boy. He is cutting the hair of the Dirty White Boy. He is out cold, and the good doctor is doing his up. Well, there's a dirty white girl, and she's not a... Well, wait a second. She started to come in, and I guess she's thought better of that. She has thought better of that. And Dr. Tom Pritchard continues his own kind of surgery here. The crowd is going wild. They have gone absolutely wild as he continues to cut the hair. Well, we've got to get away from this. I'll tell you what. Let's take a look at the... Well, I'll tell you what. The good doctor got a little just rewards there.
He certainly did, and rightfully so.
No, wait a minute.
Mr. Soley, I'd like to talk to Tom Pritchard if you could get him out here.
Well, you want to talk to Tom? My good Lord, what happened to you?
The white boy did this to me, and I'd like to talk to Tom, please.
You... Well, Mystic, I'm at a total loss, but...
I'd just like to talk to Tom, please, if you could get him out here.
Well, wait a minute. Charlie, can you see if you can find Tom? Well, are you telling me that the Dirty White Boy did this to you?
Yes, he did it because I didn't help him when Pritchard cut his hair.
Because Tom Pritchard cut his hair, you paid this kind of a price?
Yes, I did. And I just want to talk to Tom, please.
Well, all right. Good Lord. Let's see if we can't get Tom Pritchard out here. Charlie, child, you took an awful blow to the head. Well, all right, please, don't try and talk. That's okay. That's all right. You just remain calm.
Gordon.
Well, all I can tell you, Mystic, is Tom Pritchard apparently refuses to come out here apparently he doesn't want...
Can't you do something?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, honey. We've got a television show to do. I'm terribly sorry. Tom Pritchard has said no, he won't. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for this interruption, but I must admit I'm terribly concerned about this young lady. We'll be back in just a moment. We'll be back. Let's see if we can't get this straightened out. Championship Wrestling on tour beginning Sunday, April 24th in Columbus, Georgia, the Woodruff Gym at the campus of the Columbus College. Match time is 7 p.m. Then on Tuesday, April 26th, Falkville, Alabama High School Gymnasium at 7:30 p.m. Wednesday, April 27th, Prattville, Alabama at the National Guard Armory at 7:30. Thursday, April 28th, Beulah, Alabama at the High School Gymnasium at 7:30. Friday, April 29th, Sturgis, Mississippi at the High School Gymnasium. Match time is 8 p.m. Tuesday, May 3rd, Florence, Alabama, Lauderdale Coliseum, 8 p.m. Wednesday, May 4th, Meridian, Mississippi, Frank Cochran Center. Match time is 8 p.m. Thursday, May 5th, Sulligent, Alabama, High School Gymnasium at 7:30. Tuesday, May 10th, Laverne, Alabama, at the High School Gymnasium at 7:30. Then on Thursday, May 12th, Gadsden, Alabama, at the Coliseum at 8 p.m. Friday, May 13th, Wausau, Florida, Possum Palace at 8 p.m. Tuesday, May 17th, Tuscumbia, Alabama, Colvert Heights High School Gym. Say that I'm very distressed as to what happened to that little girl, but I don't know, sometimes the company you keep can get you in trouble, but nonetheless, we must move along with the program. As you know, Robert Fuller has been suspended from wrestling here on Continental Championship Wrestling. However, he paid for some time to make some statements. And I think, in all fairness to everybody concerned, including your curiosity and mine, let's give a listen now to the paid comments of Robert Fuller.
All right, Mantell, I'm going to talk straight to you, son. Another paid public announcement, not by the stable, because the part of the stable that really counted, I'm talking about myself and Golden, has been busted all to pieces. And it's because of you, Buster Brown, you ugly-looking piece of horse meat. And I'm going to promise you one thing, Mantell, I want you to listen very clearly to me. Just as sure as you double-cross my beloved cousin, I'm talking about Jimmy Golden, one of the finest men on earth. I think my brother is garbage when it comes to what I think of my cousin Jimmy Golden, one half of the greatest tag team of all time. Not the Southern Boys could split us, not in the Nightmares, not in the RPMs. It took nobody to split us but one dirty, stinking, low-down dog like you, man. Just as sure as whiskers grow on your body, and as sure as I took the dollars out of my pocket and laid them down, baby, to be standing here talking, I'm gonna take care of your career. Hostile, son. I'm talking about finishing it, and for good. Get me off here, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, this television event, one fall with a 10-minute time limit, one fall, 10 minutes, introducing 231 pounds from parts unknown, the Red Devil. The Red Devil. Ring official is Edward Falk. Now making his way to ringside, 229 pounds from Oil Trough, Texas. Here's Dirty Dutch Mantell.
Dirty Dutch Mantell wasting no time as he takes off after the Red Devil. He didn't even bother to take off that sweater that he's wearing, that jersey, and rather he catches him on a high backdrop. Mantell closes in on the Red Devil once again. The Red Devil through the ropes and out on the ground. Almost got one of our cameramen. And Mantell is after him again. Mantell battling like a man possessed. I'll tell you what, he is capable of an extremely vicious temper. I've seen it many times in the past, and Mantell just moves in again against the Red Devil. And started off, it looked like an Irish whip. It turned into a short lariat around the throat. executed power slam on the Red Devil. And Mantell sizes it up, crashes down across the chest. He gets the 3 count. He gets the 3 count. And Mantell just dumping the Red Devil's body outside the ring. All right, Charlie Platt is moving into the ring for a quick interview with Dutch Mantell. And let's go to Charlie now, shall we?
All right, for a moment, I'd like to talk with the man who is on everyone's mind in the Continental area, Dirty Dutch Mantell. And I think, Mr. Mantell, everyone wants to know what happened with the stable.
You know, a famous American once said, free at last, thank God Almighty I'm free at last. Now, Robert Fuller's been running around. There's 2 sides to every story. And he says nobody could split him and his beloved cousin. The Nightmares couldn't do it. The RPMs couldn't split him up. Not even his own brother, Ron, couldn't split him and Jimmy up. But I'm proud to say today that it wasn't Wendell Cooley, it wasn't Danny Davis, and it wasn't the Southern boys that messed them up. It was me, and I'm proud to say it. They didn't do it. I did it. Now, Robert, I know about you, brother. You know, it wasn't you, Robert, that shot that traffic light at a Meridian. It was me. And it wasn't you, Robert, that pulled them bikers off of you down there in Pensacola. It was me. And it wasn't you, Robert, that knocked that guy out in Knoxville, Tennessee. It was me. See, I was always taking up for Robert, and now he wants to turn it all back around to me. Robert, I'm waiting for you. Your cousin is gone, Jimmy. But I got it all geared down to you. Whoa, we got company. Wait a minute. Before it goes too far, I want to tell everybody in this building. Hey, Demolition, brother, my quarrel ain't with you. It ain't with you. You're not even involved. You're a Johnny-come-lately. You come and join the stable. Now, hey, I don't have no problem with you whatsoever. But I'm going to tell you right now, the stud stable is no more. There's no such thing as a stud stable anymore. I want to go down and say that right now for the history books. And what I want to know, I don't want no trouble. But I want to ask you, since you're here, I want to ask you, are you going to stay with Robert Fuller? What are you going to do? Now, I'm asking you straight up, hey, come on now. I don't want you driving nails into a board or something, and I can't read your mind. What are you going to do?
Hey, wait a minute. We've got a battle here between Detroit Demolition and Dirty Dutch Mantell. And Mantell thought he had a friend coming in the ring, but I guess that's not the case. And, brother, we've got some wild action now. We've got a pair sixer going. And it is really flailing away. Both men pounding away at each other. And it is Mantell's continuing to... He's got the Detroit Demolition up. Ooh, wait a minute. Who's this? Lord Humongous has just hit the ring. Lord... Wait a minute. That doesn't look like Lord Humongous. That doesn't... He's almost as big as Lord Humongous, but it sure doesn't look like... Oh, man, brother. They are tearing Mantell to pieces now. Mantell driven back to the canvas. Mantell caught again 2-on-1, but now tying him in the ropes. This fellow is nearly as big as... Oh, come on. This is the ultimate humiliation. The ultimate humiliation, slapping a man across the face. Well, I don't know, but that sure as heck isn't Lord Humongous. I wish I could get a handle on that. Now Detroit well, we got to put a stop to this. Those trunks, let me check that walk. Look at that curly brown hair. I'll tell you what, Charlie. That isn't Lord Humongous, and I think I have an idea who it is.
I think it is the
you're right. That sure appeared to be Robert Fuller, and that means he's in a lot of trouble with Continental Championship Wrestling. We'll be back. Continental Championship Wrestling will be held in Columbus, Mississippi, Friday, May 6th, 8 p.m. at the Lavender Coliseum. In the showdown battle, it will be Dirty Dutch Mantell against Robert Fuller. In a special grudge match, no stopping the match, the good Dr. Tom Pritchard takes on the Dirty White Boy, who will be accompanied at ringside by Mystic. In a Southeastern Heavyweight Championship match, there must be a winner. Wildcat Wendell Cooley takes on Lord Humongous, who is managed by Downtown Bruno. Tracy Smothers goes up against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Steve Armstrong takes on Detroit Demolition, and the Nightmare Danny Davis faces the DI. Remember now, this great wrestling action will take place in Columbus, Mississippi, Friday, May 6th, 8 p.m. at Lavender Coliseum. In a showdown battle, Dirty Dutch Mantell against Robert Fuller. In a grudge match, no stopping the match for any reason, Dr. Tom Pritchard faces the Dirty White Boy. Plus a Southeastern title match, there must be a winner, plus 3 other matches. Friday, May 6th, 8 p.m., Lavender Coliseum. Now, let me take a moment to talk to Nightmare Danny Davis about this. You're facing a fellow who, frankly, outweighs you by about 40 pounds. He's got reach and height.
That's exactly right. You know, plus he's also got those Army fatigues, you know. He's the DI. He likes to tell people that he wants to run over Danny Davis. Let me tell you something. I've got a lot of support in Columbus, Mississippi, because I consider that Danny Davis's town, because the wrestling fans stand behind me every time I show my face there. They've never let me down. And do you know that this night in Columbus, Mississippi, will be the same? The fans are going to be for Danny Davis, not you, DI. So bring your bad self on down, and I'll show you something that they didn't teach you in boot camp, and that's what I'm going to do to you in that squared circle out there, because when it comes to that, that's my backyard, and you're playing in my backyard, and I'm going to come out on top with those good fans in Columbus, Mississippi.
Fair enough. I'll tell you what, I think Charlie Platt has some gentlemen with him who have some comments as well.
Well, on Friday, May 6th in Columbus, Mississippi, the wild-eyed Southern boys will be there in single action. Steve Armstrong will be going up against a man you've had experience with. That is the big Detroit Demolition.
That's right, Detroit Demolition, and what a big, mean man that he is, brother. He's an awesome individual, and he's already hooked up with the stud stable. Well, brother, you know Jimmy Golden is on a Greyhound bus out of town, brother. You may be next, and Robert Fuller after that. The whole stable is going to crumble, just like the Roman Empire did. It never stays around too long. You know, in history, it always repeats itself. The big, established team always has to take a tumble. Well, brother, it's coming to you, Columbus, Mississippi.
And it's hot shot Eddie Gilbert for Tracy Smothers.
Right. You know, Eddie Gilbert, he's a big name star. He's been all over the country. He's no stranger to titles. The whole wrestling world knows what he did to the King, Jerry Lawler. He burned him right there in Memphis, Tennessee. You're coming to Continental, and you're coming to make a name for yourself. You're coming to Columbus, Mississippi. Let me tell you something, big guy. I will be there, hot stuff, and I'm coming. I'm going to be on fire.
It's all going to take place in Columbus, Mississippi on May 6th, a Friday night.
Saw Bill Kazmire injured right here in the Fairgrounds arena and in a match. And Bill, as a report of that, take a look at this. The difference between these hands, if you will. What all were your injuries that night?
Well, my elbow was injured pretty bad. The triceps tendon was ruptured, and the humerus, the end of the elbow bone, was fractured. So all that's been fixed and sewn back together, and it's healing, but it's going to take a bit of time.
Well, certainly no question about that. I know Tom Owen, of course, the King's Ranch was here that night, and you had taken all you could take.
Well, I'll tell you, Gordon, you know, Bill can take care of himself, but when a man's got him down with his foot on his hand like he had, beating him in the elbow with the chair, I had to jump in and do something.
Well, I can certainly understand that. I know that you've been the world's strongest man on 4 different occasions on nationwide television. You hold all kinds of world records. Did this sort of thing surprise you at all in wrestling?
Well, I have to say it was quite a surprise. I've been in a number of wrestling matches, and I didn't expect anything like this. For the guy to treat me like that and go ahead and bust me up, you know, I can't invite any of the public to come in and try to wrestle or take these guys on, but I thought I could come in and hold my own. And if for anybody that thinks that they can come in off the street and jump on one of these guys and do well, they got another thing coming, because I got busted up and I tried it. It didn't work.
Well, that's certainly... Ma'am, lady...
Please see if you could get him out here. I just want to talk to him.
Honey, come here a minute. Let me explain something to you. We have a television program we're running, and I'm terribly sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I just want to talk to Tom.
You all right at that?
Please try. Just get him out here.
I'll tell you what, Charlie, you tried. I'll tell you what. Hold on to that a second. Let me disconnect myself here. All right. IFB won't come up. There we go. Excuse me a minute, Charlie. I'll see if I can get a hold of Tom Pritchard. You'll chat with...
Okay.
Program. All right. Just go ahead. I don't want any hysterics here.
Continuing with Continental Wrestling, excuse me, Mystic, but I was not out earlier when you were talking to Gordon, and what's the situation?
I'd just like to talk to Tom. Just please get him out here.
Lady Mystic, what happened to you? Obviously, very emotional. And here comes the Dr. Tom Pritchard. Man, I don't know what's...
Listen, I don't understand what's going on here. First of all, you send Charlie Platt back to try and get me. Now you send Gordon Soley out of here, man. It looks to me like you and the white boy got some personal problems, lady. Now listen, wait just a minute here. I told you a long time ago, you didn't need to be hanging around that guy because he had a temper. And he likes to blame other people on his mistakes. Now, I'm not condoning nothing. I mean, you look like you're in a little bad shape. And I would never hit a lady, and I don't think it's right to even put your hands on a lady. But to me, what happened?
He was...
I don't know.
He got me mad. You cut his hair and I wasn't there. I know.
But I didn't do nothing like that because it's all up to you where you make your choice, Mystic. I told you that a long time ago. You make your bed, you gotta lie in it, darling. You gotta lie in this bed of life.
I'm sorry. Please, Tom, forgive me. I'm sorry, please.
I tried to tell you a long time ago, but you don't have to.
Please, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I know you need some help. Maybe see a rape crisis center or something like that.
Please help me.
I don't know, but all I'm saying is this, man.
I need some help, Tom.
I don't know if you need help or not. Look, all I'm trying to tell you is if you want to get your life straight, get your life straight and don't get up to your feet. That's all.
well,
are we on?
They're dragging Tom Pritchard, and we're probably, I don't know if we're out of camera range or not. No, apparently we're not, but we're dragging Tom Pritchard away. I don't know what to say.
Can you see what?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, there it is on the monitor.
Oh,
Gordon. What?
Charlie, I'll tell you something. I've seen a lot of despicable things in my life.
What?
This is the worst thing I think I've ever seen.
That young, oh, man. That young, I don't know what to say.
What? Well, I think that I was taken in by what a rotten, despicable, devious mind. Look at this, and she's party and parcel of this entire situation.
This is too
Oh,
much.
come on.
Now,
hey, we've got to get some help down here. We've got to get some help down here. We've got to get some help. Tom. He appears...
I don't know if all the commotion is killed the monitors in the back or not.
I don't know, Charlie, but I'll tell you something. Somebody's got to get some help down there. We've got to get some help down to Tom Pritchard. He appears he may have ruptured with something in his throat, but Pritchard is in a world of trouble here. And, oh, thank goodness people are there. Thank goodness. Frankie the Thumper Lancaster, a host of others. Well, let's see if is Tom. Well, he appears to be conscious. He appears to be conscious. Look at this despicable, absolutely despicable, the dirty white boy and Mystic. But it appears that is he conscious?
I can't tell. They're all around him now.
It's difficult to tell.
Oh my.
Yeah, he is conscious. Well, thank heavens for that. All right, let's get away from this, please. We'll be back as quickly as we can get order restored. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event, tag action, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing at 230 pounds, the Grappler. His partner, 222 from Griffin, Georgia, Mark Young. Their opponents, 225 from the USA Nightmare, Danny Davis. His partner, 228, Milton, Florida, the Wildcat, Wendell Cooley.
All right, an Australian tag team event now. And that is Nightmare Danny Davis and Wildcat Wendell Cooley against Mark Young and the Grappler. And very quickly, duck under, go behind. Good standing switch by Young. This fellow's been around, and that was a nice little power play by the Nightmare Danny Davis. Bottom wrist lock into a lateral drop, a float over, a lateral press. And may I just say that obviously we're going to be having to come back here to the set, and we have our minus a set right now. Luckily, we've got our podium partially put together. I think we're a few feet off base, and I'll tell you what, Charlie, I've seen a lot of deplorable things in my lifetime, but that entrapment, if you will, that little lady is sure on the wrong track as far as I'm concerned. That was absolutely disgusting to see that the length that the dirty white boy and the little Mystic would go to.
No, you say she's on the wrong track. I think with her actions today, Gordon, that train is totally derailed as far as your mind.
I would certainly have, I can't imagine anybody going to that length of deception. Wildcat Wendell Cooley having tagged up now with Nightmare Danny Davis. And the Grappler powers out before the pinfall. Danny Davis brings him up. Looks like he's going for a pile driver. He catches him in a pile driver. Tags up. Wildcat Wendell Cooley in. There's that bulldog. He got him. He got him with a bulldog. He caught him with a bulldog. All right. Let's see if we can't take a look at that in instant replay. You'll see what we're talking about. Great teamwork. There's that Oklahoma Bulldog, and that puts the Grappler completely out of action. Wildcat Wendell Cooley and the Nightmare Danny Davis victorious in their Australian tag team event. Joining me at the desk right now is a man who I'm sure needs no introduction to any of you. I'm referring, of course, to Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Here's a man who has an international reputation.
Yeah, a good reputation, too, Gordon. You know, the thing that's really getting me, I've been here, I saw a lot of my friends back there. I saw Humongous, I saw him earlier, you know, and I saw what happened just like, this must be the place that everybody's been telling me about, the place that's really hot stuff. Everybody's been telling me Continental Championship Wrestling is the place where you come, hot stuff, to make the reputation for yourself. Well, see, my reputation precedes me, Gordon Soley. You know who I am. These rednecks out here in Alabama know who I am. Everybody knows who the legend, who the greatest looking, who the greatest wrestler in wrestling is. It's me, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Right, Gordon?
Well, all right, now, wait just a second. Wait just a second. I will admit you do have an international reputation. I will admit that you're known worldwide.
Right.
Your tactics, however, many times leave a lot to be desired.
They leave me a winner, is what they do.
Well, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with me on something right now.
What?
I want to show you when I said his tactics leave a lot to be desired. Not too terribly long ago, this man was wrestling Jerry the King Lawler.
That guy,
Yeah.
That guy.
And you remember what happened?
Yeah, he caught on fire during the match.
You threw fire at him.
No, I did not. I've never thrown fire in my life. Don't you ever, don't you start either.
I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's just go ahead. Spruce, let me call on my director. Spruce, would you roll that video, please, of Eddie Gilbert, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert against Jerry the King Lawler, please. Pardon me? What do you mean you can't do it?
Gordon, the tape has been taken. We had it on the shelf, and somebody has taken the tape. We don't know where it is. It's just disappeared.
The tape was on the shelf, and now it's gone?
Yeah, it's disappeared.
You don't have the tape?
No, we don't. We can't find it.
No, well, I'm sorry, Gordon. I just want to let everybody know that Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert's here for a reason. You know the reason. The general manager, Jack Curtis, knows the reason. And I also hear that next week, everybody is going to hear the reason Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. I'm sorry you don't have the tape in that just too. But I'll see you next week, Gordon, okay? Bye-bye.
Well, we'll be back. We'll be back in just a minute. Continental Championship Wrestling on tour beginning Sunday, April 24th in Columbus, Georgia, the Woodruff Gym at the campus of the Columbus College. Match time is 7 p.m. Then on Tuesday, April 26th, Falkville, Alabama High School Gymnasium at 7:30 p.m. Wednesday, April 27th, Prattville, Alabama at the National Guard Armory at 7:30. Thursday, April 28th, Beulah, Alabama at the High School Gymnasium at 7:30. Friday, April 29th, Sturgis, Mississippi at the High School Gymnasium. Match time is 8 p.m. Tuesday, May 3rd, Florence, Alabama, Lauderdale Coliseum, 8 p.m. Wednesday, May 4th, Meridian, Mississippi, Frank Cochran Center. Match time is 8 p.m. Thursday, May 5th, Sulligent, Alabama, High School Gymnasium at 7:30. Tuesday, May 10th, Laverne, Alabama, at the High School Gymnasium at 7:30. Then on Thursday, May 12th, Gadsden, Alabama, at the Coliseum at 8 p.m. Friday, May 13th, Wausau, Florida, Possum Palace at 8 p.m. Tuesday, May 17th, Tuscumbia, Alabama, Culvert Heights High School Gym. The Continental Tag Team Championship upcoming momentarily, and as you can see, our situation. How dare you even bother to come in?
Tom Pritchard, you're a bigger fool than I thought you were.
That's all.
You come here and talk to the Alabama champion. Tom Pritchard!
I don't want to talk to you.
You said you was wanted dead or alive.
I don't want to talk to you. Let's go to the ring, please. Let's go to the ring, please. Go to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event, Continental Tag Title Match, one fall TV time remaining. From the 2nd Marine Division at 262, the DI. His partner, 308, Detroit Demolition. Their opponents, ladies and gentlemen, combined weight 450, the wild-eyed Southern Boys, the Continental Tag Champions. Title match, TV time remaining.
Okay, Continental Tag Team Championship match. Special dispensation from Continental Championship Wrestling. Demolition, Detroit Demolition, and the DI. Going up against the Southern Boys. The Southern Boys come in at about 230 to 240 apiece, but as you can see, the DI has to be about 270, 275. Detroit Demolition, well over 300 pounds. Tracy Smothers and Steve Armstrong getting set to move. By the way, because this is a championship match, it is one fall with television time remaining. So, in the event, we do have to cut away for a commercial break of any kind. If we do, our cameras will continue to roll. So, if there is a pinfall or a submission hold during the time we are away, we'll bring it to you on instant replay. So, fear not. You will not miss the action, even if we are away to a commercial break. Steve Armstrong out there against Detroit Demolition, and his Demolition getting the side headlock. I am appalled to think that the Dirty White Boy and that whatever she is had the audacity, the gall, the temerity to even dare to come out here on this set. And obviously I am going to have a long talk with Jack Curtis, our general manager, about what occurred here on the set. And I'm sure he's already having a long talk with him. All right, once again, they're sort of squaring off, and Tracy Smothers having tagged in. Tell you what, Southern Boys are giving away a lot of weight, but they've got that speed and that skill. And we just saw an evidence there. Beautiful drop kick that took Detroit Demolition off his feet.
I want to commend you on the master of wrestling commentary you are for cutting off very quickly the Dirty White Boy and missed it a few moments ago. I don't think I could have stood in the ring another second and listened to that.
Well, it was a disgusting situation, and I frankly would even eliminate the Ms. or Miss in front of her name.
My mistake. I'm sorry.
No, not a mistake at all. You're a gentleman, and I can understand it very, very honestly, but I'll tell you something. That was, well, enough said. I'm glad to hear the report back that Tom Pritchard apparently has got some pretty bad bruises. Look at this. DI catches...
obviously their teamwork is not polished at this particular point.
Charlie, I think that's the kindest thing you could have said. You're right. The DI trying to figure it out. And he got hit by a small Sherman tank, I'll tell you.
As you pointed out, these wild-eyed Southern boys are giving up quite a bit of weight here. Side headlock over into the corner. Tag is made with the DI.
Tracy Smothers eyeing his man carefully. The DI moving out rather cautiously. I imagine he's smarting a bit yet from that blow to the midsection that he took just moments ago. Across the ice front chancery. And now using that forearm across the thoracic area. Good reversal. And a drop toe hold perfectly executed. Well, there's some double teaming.
Beautifully executed, we might say, on that.
Absolutely. Tell you what, we are going to break away for a brief commercial message, and then we'll be back with the balance of this match. And as I said before, if a pinfall or submission occurs while we're gone, we'll bring it to you on instant replay. But right now, let's take a brief timeout. But boy, the teamwork has been great. Southern boys really on top of things. They have taken the challenge of Detroit Demolition and the DI extremely well. Once again, we lock up. There's a side headlock. Tracy Smothers keeping the pressure on Detroit Demolition. Back into the corner. Now, there's a man with a lot of courage. You see that camera just down there, and there's the shot that he's getting right now. And he is right on top of the action. Got to give our crew a lot of credit for braving that kind of possible danger.
That is a dangerous job. I wouldn't want it myself, would you?
No, sir. On top of the fact that he's got a $40,000 or $50,000 camera on his shoulder. If one of those 300-pounders came down on top of him, we got a big problem. Again, the tag is made. The DI is snapped mirror to the canvas. And Steve Armstrong drives a knee to the biceps and triceps of the DI. Well, if the DI and Detroit Demolition came out thinking that they had a couple of lightweights to deal with, I'm sure they're giving it some serious second thoughts now.
They are thinking this situation over. The DI finds himself with the left arm tied up. Steve Armstrong continues to apply that pressure. Armstrong coming off those ring ropes. Oh, caught by Detroit Demolition by the hair. Well, okay, there you see Detroit Demolition, and near fall on the Continental Tag Team Champions. We'll be back. We've got a couple of things upcoming that I think you'll find interesting, and then we'll be right back. Continental Championship Wrestling will be held in Columbus, Mississippi, Friday, May 6th, 8 p.m. at the Lavender Coliseum. In the showdown battle, it will be Dirty Dutch Mantell against Robert Fuller. In a special grudge match, no stopping the match, the good Dr. Tom Pritchard takes on the Dirty White Boy, who will be accompanied at ringside by Mystic. In a Southeastern Heavyweight Championship match, there must be a winner. Wildcat Wendell Cooley takes on Lord Humongous, who is managed by Downtown Bruno. Tracy Smothers goes up against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Steve Armstrong takes on Detroit Demolition, and the Nightmare Danny Davis faces the DI. Remember now, this great wrestling action will take place in Columbus, Mississippi, Friday, May 6th, 8 p.m. at Lavender Coliseum. In a showdown battle, Dirty Dutch Mantell against Robert Fuller. In a grudge match, no stopping the match for any reason, Dr. Tom Pritchard faces the Dirty White Boy. Plus a Southeastern title match, there must be a winner, plus 3 other matches. Friday, May 6th, 8 p.m., Lavender Coliseum. Well, this has been one of the most bizarre hours of Continental Championship Wrestling I've ever seen. And I certainly want to thank our crew because they managed to get some curtains up behind us. And we've got our podium back up here now. And let me talk right now to Nightmare Danny Davis. You've got some tough matches upcoming this week.
Yeah, Gordon, I do have some tough matches coming up. But right now what concerns me is, you know, as well as you, is what's went on. Tom Pritchard, you know, he just went through a heck of a fight. You know, he was backstabbed, but Dirty White Boy, I don't know what was going through Dirty White Boy's mind. One thing I do know is, in all of my 9 years in this profession, I've been involved in every kind of match imaginable, except something like this has never happened to me. I've never seen anything this dastardly done to anybody. I mean, the man deliberately tried to put another man
away.
Exactly right. I mean, he took and he handcuffed the man like he was just a piece of garbage. He took and he took a noose and put it around his neck, and he drug him. That man, you can't treat a human being like that.
Well, I'll guarantee you one thing.
Well, when Tom Pritchard gets well, I can promise you this: he's not going to stand for it, Dirty White Boy, and I wouldn't be you for $1 million.
I can vouch for that.
That's right. Let me tell you folks one thing as an insider, and I can tell you from experience because I've wrestled this man, Tom Pritchard, way back a long time ago, and I felt his punches and I felt his kick. He's a black belt in karate and has been for 11 years. So just keep that in mind, Dirty White Boy and Dirty White Trash Girl, you little tramp. He's going to get you. He's coming back stronger than ever. You can bank on that.
You know, Mr. Soley, the Southern boys, we do have some tough matches coming up, but what was seen today right here on Continental Championship Wrestling is beyond me. He came out here, he hung him just like they did back in the olden days, just hung him. I mean, blood shooting out of his mouth. They've tore the set down right here. Mr. White Boy, it's World War III as far as Tom's concerned. I'm sure he's coming after you, big guy. You better strap it on real tight.
Stand by. It's coming by.
All right, the battle continues now. We've got all 4 men in the ring at the same time. Demolition and the DI were hurtled into each other. Now a double drop kick that takes Detroit Demolition outside the ring. And now they've got the DI in the far corner. Detroit Demolition catches him from behind. Got him in trying to get him into a full Nelson. Here comes Demolition. The time limit has expired. The time limit has expired. And no, sir. No, sir. They maintain their titles. They maintain their titles. But, boy, that was a close one. A close one indeed for the Continental Tag Team Champions. But they do maintain their titles. All right, we'll be back in a moment. We'll be back.
Yours.
And I've been in it a while, I'll guarantee you.
Gordon Soley, imagine if you can. People, imagine if you can. Detroit Demolition standing right beside downtown Bruno and Lord Humongous. It blows my mind. And if that would have been Detroit Demolition and Lord Humongous with downtown Bruno in that match, the Southern boys would no longer be Continental Tag Team Champions because it would have been a title match and we would have won. Keep that in mind because we're going to be here for a long, long time. Southern boys, we'll see you in Junction City, Kansas. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go, baby.
Well, it appears to me that Mr. Downtown Bruno is trying to establish some kind of relationship with Detroit Demolition, and that certainly would spell a lot of bad things for a lot of people. Charlie, what can we say? The situation with apparently the stolen tape, I'm going to say, with Eddie Gilbert, the situation with Robert Fuller, I'm convinced now, coming out as Lord Humongous, the Tag Team Championship, the situation with Humongous, but right now, Tom Pritchard and the Dirty White Boy.
In all my years, I've never seen anything that brutal. In professional wrestling, I've never seen anybody take it to that extreme.
I haven't either, and I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what, we've got to go, and hopefully we'll see you again next week. So long, everybody.